with Spa being a sprint weekend, I get to do one of these again, where I review the sprint results. I don't like it. That's a lie, I like it, but still, I don't know, sprint weekends kind of throw everything into a loop for your weekend. So, we will talk about who got pole for the sprint qualifying. Well, sprint qualifying's pole went to Oscar Piastri. Piastri got pole, and I predicted Oscar to get pole, so with that, Oscar did get pole position. So now on to the race. I'll just talk about the top 8 because the top 8 are the only ones that score. So in 8th, we have Isaac Hadjar. In 7th, Ollie Behrman. 6th, Carlos Sainz. 5th, Esti Besti. 4th, Leclerc. 3rd, Norris. 4th. 2nd, Piastri. And 1st, Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. That's right, my boy, my goat. My goat gets the win in Spa in the sprint. And I told you guys, Max will be dangerously good around Spa. I don't think he'll get either pole position, but he's going to be in the running to win both the sprint and the featured race. Now let's get into the qualifying and who we lost in Q1. And so on and so forth. Alright, so now we'll get into the qualifying results with the head-to-head and how each qualifying went. Alrighty. So with that out of the way, let me pull up the results. Alright, so in P20, we have Lance Stroll. In P19, we have Fernando Alonso. Now, I can't do Fernando Alonso justice, so I'm going to go call a certified Fernando Alonso glazer and see how he feels about that. In P18, we have Kimi Antonelli. In P17, we have Franco Colapinto. In P16, 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, who is out in both SQ1 and Q1, so not a really good weekend so far for Lewis. Carlos Sainz, we lost in Q2 as he finished P15. Nico Hülkenberg is P14. P13 is Pierre Gasly. P12 is Ollie Behrman. And P11 is Esti Besti. And now for Q3. P10, we have Gabriel Bortoleto. P9, Lawson. P8, Isaac Hadjar. P7, with his first Q3 as a Red Bull driver, we have Yuki Tsunoda. P6, Russell. P5, Albon, his best quality of the year, I believe. And P4, Max Verstappen, sprint winner. In P3, we have Leclerc. P2, Piastri. And pole position is Lando Norris. Lando Norris. And that does fuck up my winner for pole because I said he'd get sprint pole, not actual pole. So if I would have changed who got pole and who got sprint pole, I would have been right. But sadly, that was not meant to be. As I said, Oscar Piastri was going to get pole position. Fuck, if only I said it the other way around. If only. Alright, now we'll get into the series as they go. Be the way we normally go. And that's starting with the McLaren boys. So Lando Norris outqualifies Oscar Piastri, bringing their series 7-6. 6-7, I guess. So, 6 Norris, 7 Piastri. Leclerc brings his series with Lewis Hamilton 9-4. Verstappen. There was no Verstappen as he continues his perfect qualifying against teammates. As he outqualifies Yuki Tsunoda, bringing their series 11-0. Georges Roussel. Alex Albon outqualifies the smooth operator Carlos Sainz, as that brings their series 8-5. Georges Roussel outqualifies Kimi Antonelli, as that is 12-1 for their series. Isaac Hadjar will outqualify Liam Lawson, although both RBs get into all 4 RBs in Q3 is insane. 4 of the 10 slots were taken up by a Red Bull, which that is crazy. I don't think we've seen that in a long time, if we've ever seen it. What was I saying? As Hadjar brings his series 9-2 against Liam Lawson. Gabriel Bortoleto will break the deadlock between him and Hulkenberg as he now takes a 7-6 lead in quali. Esti Besti outqualifies Gabriel Bortoleto. No, outqualified. Well, no, he didn't even outqualify him. Outqualifies Behrman. Sorry, as that brings their series 8-5. Pierre Gasly outqualifies Franco Colapinto, as that brings their series 6-1. And Fernando Alonso continues to be perfect against Lance Stroll in qualifying, as he outqualifies Strolovich, bringing their series 13-0. He remains the only one perfect in qualification. So, qualifying is done. It's dusted. How did the race go? Let's get into our race review. So after an hour and 20-minute rain delay, we had the racing happen. And what did I think of the racing? Well, nothing surprised me. I will put it that way. This will be a minimal editing job, by the way, from Editor Chan, as he is not feeling super well today. So, yeah. Very minimal edits, unfortunately, for this one. But, yeah. The results are in. And, yeah, I don't know, just with how the race happened, I don't know. It just, nothing was surprising, I guess is the best way to put it. The only really shocking thing that happened today was Norris bottling it on lap 1 as soon as we were officially able to start after 5 laps behind the safety car, which really only needed to be about 2-3 tops. But then again, there's the FIA doing FIA things. Also with the FIA things, why the hell would you not start before the rain started? You could have got a few laps. Yeah, okay, visibility may have been poor, but like there were a few drivers, Max mostly, I know was a very vocal one, and even Crofty and Brundle were like, oh, you could have ran a few laps. Then, well, there wasn't a rain before the heavy rain happened, and they didn't, and that's where we ended up. So, yeah. Again, that's just my 2 cents about it, but yeah, no, definitely could have been less laps under the safety car, but at the end of the day, it was what it was. We got the race started finally, and yeah, nothing to really write home about on this one. Hamilton with the performance of probably his Ferrari career today, but outside of that, usual suspects, Lando Bottles, Piastri wins, Max and Leclerc had a great fight all weekend. And yeah, just quickly before I get into it, I don't know if it was all for you guys, but for my broadcast, I had the F1 song by Hans Zimmer as the opening. I thought that was kind of really neat, as opposed to the normal F1 opening. It's not often that changes, so I thought that was really neat. Anyway, let's get on to our race results. In P20, we have Isaac Hadjar. P19, Franco Colapinto. P18, Carlos Sainz. P17, Fernando Alonso. Owen's GOAT, RIP. His race today. 16th, Kimi Antonelli. 15th, Esti Besti. 14th, Lance Stroll. 13th, Nico Hülkenberg. P12, Ollie Betterman. P11, Yuki. P10, Pierre Gasly. P9, Gabriel Bortoleto. P8, Liam Lawson. P7, Lewis Hamilton. P6, Alex Albon. And now we'll get into who I said was going to be in the top 5 and who are actually in the top 5. Yay, woo, yay. So for 5th, I said it was going to be Nico. it was Georges Roussel. Sad. I don't know. I bought into the... For fourth, I said it was going to be Charles Leclerc, but it was Maximum Verstappen. P3, I said it'd be Oscar Piastri. It was not. It was Charles Leclerc. For P2, I said it would be George Russell. It was not, as Lando took a win. Took home second, I guess, sorry. And in first, I said it was going to be Max, but just the things weren't there for him this weekend. Dominant, a good sprint win, but hey, he's still not mathematically eliminated. I still believe. Max finished P4, and Oscar took the win. Alright, so now let's get into the driver head-to-heads, starting in order that we normally do. And this is if nothing changes, because last year we got disqualifications like 2 hours in. So this is being recorded and will probably hopefully be uploaded a few hours after the race is done with minimal edits because, well, editor chain's not feeling good. So Piastri will beat Norris, bringing their series 7-6. Leclerc will outrace Lewis Hamilton, bringing their series 10-2. Verstappen outraces Tsunoda, bringing theirs 10-1. George Russell outraces Antonelli, bringing his perfect series against Antonelli 13-0. Albon will outrace Sainz, bringing their series 9-3. Lawson will outrace Hadjar for only the second time, bringing their series 2-8. Gabriel Bortoleto will outrace Nico Hülkenberg, bringing their series 5-8. Pierre Gasly outraces Colapinto, bringing their series 5-2. Behrman will outrace Esti Besti, bringing their series 5-8. Stroll will outrace Fernando, bringing their series 5-7. And yeah, I believe that is everybody I have covered. Yes, I do believe so. Alright, now for driver of the day. And, well, there's only one driver of the day. I'm pretty sure he won the actual one. It's got to be Lewis. His performance was amazing. Lewis Hamilton, driver of the day. And I just want to check, is that the first time he's won driver of the day? It appears that is, he will join the exclusive club as the first driver of the day. So way to go, Hamilton, there on driver of the day in the Formula Moon lore, which doesn't mean much, but hey. Alright, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Sorry for minimal edits. Me and Editor Chan just wanted to get this out on time for you guys. Thank you, and bye.